Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Lynne. Let's just jump into it. I already fucked up the voice for her again. I think it's higher pitch. Oh, that was definitely not a voice.
Ugh, I just can't believe it.
Susie sits on the edge of her bed, clutching a pink heart-shaped pillow tightly to her chest. Susie's chest is bigger than mine. Maybe that's why she's so popular. Sometimes when I look at Susie, I can't help but feel jealous. She's not just bustier than me, she's prettier too. Her clothes are nicer, her parents are richer. Susie's bedroom is really cute. It's pale pastel pink with a few stuffed toys lying on the bed and a rose-shaped rug on the floor. Susie's bedroom is a little childish in a way, but I think it suits her. It must make a perfect backdrop to her live streams. What does she do during her streams anyway? Does she talk in Japanese and do cute dances? I don't know. I don't really want to know either. But Susie's expression right now isn't very cute. She's angry about something. Positively fuming.
How could Aki ask me to do that? That's so degrading.
What did he want you to do?
Oh, all kinds of things. Stuff on webcam. This and that.
Susie grips the pillow even tighter.
Urgh.
I don't know much about online relationships or offline relationships for that matter, so my advice might not be that useful, but you're not even old enough, right?
Like that matters. Get with the times, Lynne.
Am I really that outdated? It's not my fault. It's hard to keep up with the current trends when I don't have a laptop, not like Susie. There is a computer in our house, but it's an old and boxy and from the 2000s. It takes forever to start up, and the internet connection is always juddering on and off. I've only ever used it for homework. I'd certainly never use it to try and have an illicit relationship with an Asian man rather, on the other side of the world. Jazz would find out, or worse, Dad, and how embarrassing would that be? But it doesn't sound like Susie wants an illicit relationship either. I don't know much about it, but wouldn't doing things on a webcam, sounds a bit sad, doesn't it? We were certainly never taught about it in sex ed.
Well, yeah, there's nobody actually there, so you need to imagine a bit. At least I have a good imagination.
Susie throws the pillow to one side and adjusts her pigtails. She strikes a pose.
I'm everybody's cute little sister, Suzume. Suzume.
That's her stage name, but can you really call it that when she doesn't perform on the stage? Her stage is her bedroom. I clap politely all the same. I don't know why. I feel obliged. When you do that, you sound like a completely different person.
It's part of the act. Everyone loves it.
Susie rolls her eyes. I think she's wearing false eyelashes and circle lenses. Everything about Susie seems a little too big and not entirely real. It's like watching an actress on TV.
I thought Aki was different, but maybe he only likes me because of Suzume too.
But he's writing music.
Yeah, not for free. Guys don't help cute young girls out for free.
They don't?
Of course not. People are always thinking about themselves. Not that I'm much better. I mean, I'm using him too.
Susie sighs.
There are strings attached.
You mean you have to do this and that?
Yeah, this and that.
Susie lies down on her bed and stares up at the ceiling. She must be mussing up her pigtails, but she doesn't seem to care. The cute little sister Suzume is gone. Now it's just Susie. It was always just Susie.
I don't mind playing around with him that much.
I guess.
It can be kind of fun, and I like the attention, but I don't know. You can go too far.
Did he make you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on my period. Why do you want to do, intimate things?
Susie makes little quotation marks with her fingers. I guess there's a limit to how intimate moments can really be when you're separated by thousands of miles of ocean.
When I'm bleeding profusely and my stomach hurts.
Look down at my thighs. I start to blush. Did he want to see?
Yeah, he always asks to see. I said I didn't want it, but he was so insistent, and I was like, whatever. If it'll make you shut up, I don't really care, but it's gross,
Susie pulls a face.
I felt fine at the time, I think, but I don't know. It didn't really feel good, but whatever. He seemed to be enjoying himself, and I told myself it was fine so long as one of us did, but...
Susie bites her lower lip. It's very soft and shimmery. She must be wearing lip gloss.
I don't know. When I woke up this morning, I felt kind of... I can't explain it. Dirty.
See, what you're feeling right now is the same way I felt when I got molested. I think it's common, probably. But see, for me, I didn't know what the fuck was going on at the time. Cause some people have the fight response, some people have the flight response, and some people freeze, and I froze. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And, the next day when I got home, because I was at my friend's house, I was just laying in my bed, and I'm like, why do I feel so dirty? And I'm like, oh wait, because I was touched without consent. And the way I guess I'm kind of talking a little blasé about it, but I guess the reason why is because that happened I guess 2 to 3 years ago now. I was 15 when it happened, so 15, 17. Yeah, that happened 3 years ago. I mean, I'm still traumatized. Don't get me wrong. I think I don't know. I guess I'm just I mean, there's a lot of other things I'm traumatized about that I will probably get really messed up about if I start talking about it, but that one is a little bit more hey, I'm getting a little bit more over it over the years. So, and there's also the fact that I'll probably never see that person ever again ever since we graduated, so anyways, yeah. I don't know why I got into that, but that's probably the way she's feeling. She holds her pillow even closer to her chest. She's still staring up at the ceiling. Her hair fans out about the bed like a halo.
I didn't want to do it, so why did I agree to it? Why did I let him push me around like that? I'm not a pushover. I'm good at sticking up for myself usually, so... I don't get it. He wasn't even here. It wasn't like he could make me do anything. There was nothing he could have done, really.
Maybe you felt like you had to?
Why'd you say that?
Well, he is a lot older than you, and hasn't he been doing you all those favors? He bought you a lot of expensive clothes.
Yeah, I guess. That's what I thought maybe I did. That's what I thought maybe. I think. He did a lot for me, so...
Suzy shakes her head.
That's dumb. I don't owe him anything.
I don't think so either.
Especially not when I'm on my period!
No way.
Guys are stupid. They don't understand how girls feel. Shouldn't he feel flattered that I'm going out with him at all? Well, now you're going into some different territory there. Whatever.
Also, the person that molested me was a girl! just for fun fact there. Girls can molest people too. It's not just guys. Susie suddenly gets to her feet. She throws her heart-shaped pillow at her bed. It hits the headboard with a dull thud. Falls limply against the pale pink mattress.
I didn't bring you here to talk about boring shit like this. Lynne, you're going to be my camera woman for the day, alright?
Alright?
I've been practicing the dance lately. It's pretty popular. I should be able to rack up a decent amount of views on Nico Nico if I record it. And I want to do it outside, too.
Outside?
Yeah, outside. You got a problem with that?
Not really, but... I've been Susie's camerawoman for the last few months, ever since she started to gain some serious traction online. It's a very lucrative business, not... Susie learns the dances, puts on a cute outfit, and then we go out into her back garden. Susie performs while I film her trying to stop my hand shaking with an old Canon camera that used to belong to her dad. Susie's dad goes bird watching sometimes. There's an abundance of old, unused cameras lying around Susie's house. She makes good use of them. But I've never filmed Susie beyond the boundaries of her back garden. Are you sure this is fine?
Yeah, it's fine. I have no problems with it. Videos are more popular if they're done in public, like at a park. The scenery is nicer. These kinds of videos usually get more views. You can pull people in on the shock factor too, like I did this cute anime dance in public. Oh my goodness.
I guess Susie's done her research. Beyond her little sister Susan persona, Susie's pretty at calculating. She'll do almost anything to boost her views and increase her fan base. I'm impressed, but if you dance outside, people will stare at you.
So what? A few stares won't kill me.
They might insult you.
I can deal with it.
What if they throw things?
People don't throw things in Hyde Park. I wouldn't be respectable.
I feel like pointing out that most young girls don't dance to cute Japanese songs in Hyde Park either, but I don't. Instead, I say my voice unpleasantly whiny even to my own ears. Susie.
Hey, don't you Susie me. You're not the one who has to dance. I am. They won't say anything mean to you.
But you don't have to.
I do. It'll be good for my career. I'm trying to make money out of this, and it's not all fun and games, Lynne. I can deal with it. After talking to P yesterday, I've had it up to here.
Susie gestures to her neck.
With gross guys. If anybody is rude to me, I'll make them regret it. I'm not
Oops, I almost read that in her voice. I'm not sure how Susie will make them regret it exactly. She's taller than me, but she's not that tall. And she's so skinny, too. But Susie's quite fierce. For a few moments, she has me convinced. She's dating a guy who's in his 30s. She must know what she's doing. Right? I don't fucking know. I'm lying on my bed, not doing anything in particular, just staring at the ceiling. I should probably be studying, but I can't even bring myself to look at my textbooks. The mere thought of cracking them open makes me feel ill, so I don't look at them. I keep staring at the ceiling. I think about Susie. I think about Aki. I think about Jazz. I even think about Jazz's unborn baby. I wonder what she's going to call him. Jazz had a scan a while back. The doctor said her baby was going to be a boy. Asked Jazz if she was going to name her baby after Dad, and Jazz let out this colossal snort and rolled her eyes so far back into her skull I thought they'd fall out. I didn't press the issue, but I decided to take that as a no. Our house is cramped enough as it is. There are only 2 bedrooms. Mom and Dad is in one, Jazz and I in the other. I've never had a room of my own. I envy Susie, who has such a nice big bedroom filled with things. She's an only child, and she didn't have any brothers or sisters to worry about. Doesn't have any brothers. I'm sure Susie's parents have more than enough room in their house to slot in a newborn baby, but I can't ask them to take in Jazz's kid. I don't think Susie's parents like me very much, let alone my bastard baby brother. Bastard baby brother? Wait, what? What? No? My bastard baby brother? You mean nephew. Not baby brother. Baby please fix that. Author, please fix that. That still leaves one question. Where will the baby go? Where will he fit? And what will Dad say when the baby's been born? He won't be able to pretend that Jazz isn't pregnant then. Not when the evidence is staring him right in the face. Will he lose his temper? What if he makes a scene at the hospital? What if he starts shouting at Jazz? I can hardly bear to think about it. Maybe I shouldn't think about it. I don't want to, but... Lynne, are you busy? There's a dull knock against my bedroom door. It's Dad. Lynne? Hey, Lynne? He knocks again. He isn't knocking very loudly, but I know well enough to know this could become violent at any given second. I sit up, brushing my fingers through my hair, and hasten to answer him. I'm free. You can come in. The door handle turns. The lock clicks. I swallow. Dad stands in the doorway in all his glory. He's a huge, hulking figure, over 6 feet tall, with broad shoulders and hands large enough to crush my whole walnuts. When I was a little girl, I couldn't imagine there existed anybody bigger than him. I was wrong. Dad isn't even that tall, not compared to other people. He's a little above average, I guess, and the muscles he's developed through the years are of manual labor added to his intimidating physique, but there are bigger men. But I don't live with any men like that, and even if I did, I haven't learned to be scared of them. Not in the same way I've learned to be scared of Dad. Hey, Lynne. But Dad doesn't look very intimidating right now. He lingers in the doorway, his face strangely guilty, like he expects to get scolded. Can I come in? Sure. I scoot to one side of my bed, opening up a space for Dad to take a seat. He does so, but not before closing the door behind him. My fingers curl into fists against my better judgment. I wonder why. Self-defense? You're not cross with me, are you? I'm not cross. Why? You've been a bit quiet lately, and you hardly said anything at dinner. You hardly ate anything, either. Oh. I didn't think he'd notice. I thought he was too busy listing all of Jazz's faults and flaws. Rude, ungrateful, careless, irresponsible, inconsiderate, prideful. The list goes on and on. I wasn't hungry. Are you sure? I think you've lost a bit of weight lately. Really? Your cheeks are hollowing out. You look like a little skeleton. Maybe it's true. I've suffered from nightmares for as long as I can remember. They've been growing more and more pronounced lately. The nightmare last night about the stage show and the insects was rather tame in comparison. How can I be expected to eat after such awful dreams? I'm fine, really. I'm not hungry, that's all. You're not on some kind of diet, are you? I shake my head. Good. I'm not a girl, but I know you're all into silly stuff like that. As was the same at your age, but now... Dad grits his teeth together. For a few moments I worry he's going to explode, but then he exhales heavily and his posture relaxes. That's not important. We're not talking about Jazz. Let's talk about you. There isn't much to talk about, really. Nonsense. You're my little girl. I really am little compared to Dad. I don't see how my littleness makes me any more interesting, but I keep quiet. It's best to keep quiet around Dad. Your exams are coming up. Nervous? A bit. Well, it's normal to be nervous. I was nervous when I had my exams too. It's part of being a kid. He ruffles the top of my head with the big, calloused hand. It feels like I'm being mauled by a crab. Oh. You'll be fine though, Lynn. You've been studying, haven't you? Glance at my bedside table, stacked high with Jazz's old textbooks that I haven't bothered to open. I swallow. I don't know what hurts more, Dad's large hand on top of my head, or the weight of his expectations. Yeah, I've been studying. Good girl. So as long as you try your best, that's all I can ask for you. That's all I can ask for. I'll try. But I know I don't mean it. Is that what you were doing with Susie today, love? Studying? Yeah. That's nice. I knew she was a good influence. I'm glad you're hanging out with the right sort of kids, Lynn, not like Jazz. She was always going off with that awful Vaughn girl, though she's so much older than our Jazz. I should have been stricter. I told her off enough times, but Jazz doesn't listen. She doesn't, does she? Never has done, never will. Even when I shout at her, it makes me wonder what the point of it all is. He sighs. What kind of father am I if I can't even discipline my own children? I don't think anybody could discipline Jazz. She's a law unto herself. I wry my wry comment brings a smile to Dad's lips. It's rare that I see Dad smile, but when he does, it's usually around me. I'm not trying to boast. That's just how things are. Jazz never makes Dad smile. She makes him shout and spit in rage. You're right. Totally right. You're often right, Lynn. I don't know. I do. Don't sell yourself short. I was like Jazz when I was her age. I thought I knew best. I never listened to anybody, least of all my parents. I was a shithead. I made a lot of mistakes when I was raising Jazz, so did Mary. I don't want to make the same mistakes with you. I want you to study hard. I want you to get a good job. I want you to make something of yourself. You know that, don't you, sweetie? All of a sudden, my throat feels dry. My head pulsates. Full of millipedes is my mind, dear wife. I think that's from Shakespeare Macbeth. We were studying it in school. At least I remember something. Too bad all the things I remember are completely worthless. But why am I telling you this? You're a good girl. A smart girl. You might not be great at maths or science, but I know you'll ace English for sure. Your English teacher always says nice things about you at parents' evenings. At parents' evening. Dad ruffles the top of my head. You'll do all right, love. I have faith in you. You'll make your old man proud. Jazz never did, but you're different. I hope you don't let me down. Ooh. Now I'm extra stressed. Ah. Ah. What am I doing? Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. Sorry, I'm starting. Oh, it's gonna be it. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Anyways, guys, with that being yawned multiple times, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Lynne and would like to see more of this game, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, drive safely. Bye-bye!